day, especially laid with a pretty face far waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Color tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say.
Oops, of all that, barbell. Yeah, yes. Hit the Tyson Bell. Up off that. It's Friday the 13th. Boy. Kill. All right, man. Look at who we have here. What's going on with you? Adrian Wells. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Lord, first I want to say this. Hit the Tyson Bell. Happy Friday the 13th. Kill. Friday 13th is always been one of my favorite little kind of mini holidays for me. I love scary movies. I love scary things. It's funny. It's kind of like torture. Watching scary things, just torturing yourself. I told you guys, man, my oldest brother hates scary movies. He claims to like scary movies. He'll watch a scary movie just like this here. He doesn't move his head, right? Because our father, he used to tell them, hey, don't cover your eyes. Watch the scary movie. My brother learned how to cross his eyes. And are you looking at the movie, boy? Yes. Friday 13th, one of my favorite little mini holidays. I'm going to be watching all Jason stuff all day. Watch a few scary movies. We could talk about which your scary movies, your scariest movies, stuff like that. Biz, pause is too long. Feel like phone crash. Ha! On purpose, and that's the Black Tuna. And we could talk about a few things, but primarily we're going to talk about Bernard Hopkins and what Bernard Hopkins said. Bernard Hopkins hey, look, man, I'm calling BS on this whole I'm calling BS on this whole Elder True Spence, I think. We'll go over what he said. And Manny Pacquiao and what you guys feel about Elder True Spence. Then we'll talk about the scariest boxers of all time, and we'll just have some fun talking about scary moments. What do you all have to say? They got Shakur Stevenson on the game. Much love. I have to cover that. I've been extremely busy. And my podcast, I was having podcast issues last night, so I could not get the podcast up and running yesterday morning. I tried this morning too, but we'll get it together. B-Hop is a real cornball. That's how he feels. He wants to call. He thinks we'll talk about what he said, but he thinks it's a quinky dinky dude. Look, let me tell you, bro. Look, when somebody thinks differently than you do, all right. Even if you just what are you basing this off of? I do pull back a little bit on saying someone's a cornball or a coon or an ass sniffer or whatever you want to call them. Especially when I've watched them for many years. So one statement does not define a man to me. Bernard Hopkins has said many brilliant things. He was a brilliant boxer, a great businessman. Saying one statement, people are just too people are very kind of temporary thinking now. You know, somebody say one thing and then you judge their whole. I mean, everything else go to hell. I don't know. I'm not ready for that yet. Let me see. Come on, Biz. It's B-Hop. I don't know what that means. What did I say to make you say, come on, Biz, it's B-Hop? What did I say? I haven't even said how I feel about it yet. Come on, man. Come on, Biz, it's B-Hop. You don't even know how I feel about it. People are so quick that they don't even hear what you have to say before they tell you what to say now. They don't even know your stance. It's Tyson Bell. B-Hop, know the game. X-Ray, be great. Take the test, Bernard. Arrow, got pink eye, farted at the press conference. That's a running joke at this moment. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Look, we got enough people in here. What I want to do is PBC protecting their princess. Well, Manny Pacquiao is their princess too. He's with the PBC too. Ooh. Wait. This is what I want to do first. Let me play what he said. The reason why I'm even covering this, I think everyone should have a voice in the war room on however you feel about this whole thing. I'm not that into it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not into the fake Errol Spence eye thing. I'm just not into it. There's no reason for me to not believe it. But if it's not true, I'm still not into it. I don't care. We would never get a truth. Errol the True Spence isn't going to be like, hey, I'm Errol the Lie Spence, and I lied about everything. You're not going to get to no resolution. You're just going to fall in the truth that makes you feel good. And I'm just not into that. It's kind of a waste, but it's Bernard Hopkins, and he's a legend, an all-time great middleweight. If you think he's the greatest middleweight of all time, there's actually an argument for it. Biz, why is it too easy for people to question Errol's heart? He has shown us that he is not scared. Love from your Puerto Rican fans. Much love to you. Well, people don't care. People don't have that. Like I said, people are about right now. Errol the True Spence flipped over in a Ferrari 5 times. And his first fight back was Danny Swift Garcia. That's like insane. He didn't even take, and no one would have blamed him to take a soft touch just to see where he is. He took on the hardest hitting heavy welterweight in the world. Hardest punching welterweight. Top 6 welterweight. He took him on. That shows a lot of heart. He took on Showtime Sean Porter when, you know what I mean? Terrence Bud Crawford has dragged his feet on him. But that doesn't matter. To flip over in a car accident, flip over in Ferrari, speed Ferrari 5 times, get thrown out the car, and come back and fight Danny Swift Garcia, that doesn't matter, right? What matters is right now, and right now ain't even a thing. Right now, he wasn't allowed to fight due to a small tear, but I feel he's lying. So his heart's questioned because of how I feel, right? There's no logic. No one's talking with like logic and consistency. That's not the point. You know, I keep telling you guys, and even in the war room, I keep telling you, it's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, what can I do to make me feel better about the situation? It's not about the situation. It's about how it makes you feel about the situation. So let's talk about it. Stevie Wonder is a cornball for not being able to drive, I guess, too. Ha! You know how it is. You know how it is, Sante. Is Pac carrying the PBC pay-per-view numbers by himself? No. You talking about just PBC all the way across? No. He fights once every 2 years. And he only had 2 fights with the PBC. So here, let me play for you what Bernard Hopkins had to say. Everybody hit the like button. There's a lot of you coming, just falling into this war room. So it's good to see you guys on Facts Friday. So let's hear.
Only thing I can do is listen what you said to me and listen what I've heard. But that's conversation, and that's what they say happened. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not true. I like Spence. I respect Spence. I know he always ready for any challenge. I just have some suspicions about this whole thing, to be honest with you, because I just think that the way it manifests and came out suddenly real fast and no one knew it before. And I've been around a long time, and I understand certain things that's said because of other things. I'll just say stay tuned if you hear something else other than what everyone was given. or was told. I think there's more to the story than what it is. But if it's true, I just wish him a speedy recovery, but I had to say that first. Only thing I...
Now, do you guys know what he's saying? Do you guys know what he's actually saying? Did you hear that? It's business. Bernard Hopkins isn't saying what y'all are saying. Bernard Hopkins isn't saying what y'all saying. Errol the True Spence ducked and all those things. Bernard Hopkins isn't saying that. Do you know what he's actually saying? You want to hear it again? Let's hear it again. Maybe you guys need to hear it again. Because the funny thing is, a lot of you, I am thinking past what's being given to me. So Errol Spence ducked. You're not even thinking far enough. If you're going to Stevie Wonder duck Chevrolet, if you're going to claim to be woke and think past what's given to you, I'm not going to believe that Errol the True Spence eye, that's a real injury. I'm going to think further. It's fake. He ducked Manny. You didn't even think far enough. That's the funny part. If you're going to do the conspiracy thing, you ain't even thinking far enough. You just think Errol Spence faked. Why? He's afraid of Manny. That's too simple. If you're going to be this woke conspiracy theorist, you're thinking too shallow. So let's listen to what Bernard Hopkins is actually saying.
All I can do is listen what you said to me and listen what I've heard, but that's a conversation, and that's what they say happened. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not true. I like Spence. I respect Spence. I know he always ready for any challenge. I just have some suspicions about this whole thing, to be honest with you, because I just think that the way it manifests and came out suddenly real fast and no one knew it before. And I've been around a long time, and I understand certain things that I said because of other things. I'll just say stay tuned if you hear something else other than what everyone was given or was told. I think there's more to the story than what it is. But if it's true, I just wish him a speedy recovery, but I had to say that first. Only thing.
So, and that came from the Boxing Voice cut that up. So shout out to the Boxing Voice. This is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. He talked about Errol the True Spence. He got mad respect for him. He's saying everything. He said, I question the whole thing. Now, if we're going to talk about Bernard Hopkins and what he's questioning, his suspicions, he questioned the whole thing, including your Manny Pacquiao. Hit to Tyson Bale. Understand this. Yes, community, war room. Understand this. Understand what he's saying. And this is what I'm saying. If there is a conspiracy, Manny Pacquiao is in on it. Oops. Errol the True Spence is not going to call out Manny Pacquiao 2 years ago, want to fight him, biggest payday of his life, legacy fight. If he loses, he wins. Hit the Tyson Bale. If he loses, he wins. Manny Pacquiao, if there's any time to cherry pick Manny Pacquiao, if you want to question his heart, it would be now, after not fighting for 2 years and being 42 years old. It makes no sense to duck him on his own. If there is a conspiracy, if there is a fake, you got to question the whole thing. Think. Hold on real quick. Words, bond, facts, big bro. Tell them, shut up. Shut up. This is Facts Friday, bro. Right? Thank you so much. If, for the community, if you're going to question it, me, I think it's valid. Well, I know it's valid. All right? But you guys aren't in a position I'm in. I know it's valid. All right? That Errol Spence has a tear in his retina. Very small tear. And it was surgically fixed. But we're not toying with that. We're going to toy with the conspiracy right now. If it is a conspiracy, everybody's in on it. Why have Errol the True Spence fight Manny Pacquiao for 2 belts when you got him fight for 3? They were pushing for the WBA to vote to have Manny Pacquiao be reinstated as the Super WBA champion, since Manny Pacquiao is the Super WBA champion in recess. And since they voted no, well, hell, Errol the True Spence is only going to have so many more fights at 147 before going to 154. He's talking about, I need just about 2 fights. I can't do this too many times. Okay, then how about this? Why don't we have Manny Pacquiao fight Yordenis Ugas for the Super WBA belt? Manny Pacquiao beats Ugas, and then y'all can finally fight for all 3. Manny Pacquiao said himself, I have no problem taking on Errol the True Spence afterwards. Errol the True Spence in great spirits. Let's talk conspiracy. He's in great spirits. Oh, yeah. I'll take on the winner later. If there is a conspiracy, everybody's in on it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Simpleton. If Manny loses, it will really hurt his image right before he runs for president. I don't know. He needs to win so the people are excited about him, which could help him gain momentum for winning the presidency. Just a thought. Maybe. I'm not sure how they feel about that. And you flexed on him. Flex on him. Flex on him. Flex on him. Hey. Ah. Why Maidana has injury. What a joke. We're talking about the conspiracy, right? We're talking about the conspiracy, but if you want to know the truth, if you want to know the truth, here's the truth. If you don't care about the truth and just want to believe what you believe, then forget this part. But here's Maidana's eye. Here's his eye injury. It's a cut right under the eyelid. That's his eye injury. Okay. But if you don't, I'm sorry about that. If you don't care about the truth, then forget that part. You just want your world. That's fine too. All right. Just let me know where you're at. ShowBizz. Don't tell me the truth. I want to stay in mine. Then okay, jump in the war room and troll. WBA has 43 world title holders. There are only 17 divisions. The WBC, WBO, IBF have 54 titleists in 18 divisions combined. Your thoughts? Too many belts. I don't think he's ducking. I question the severity of that injury. Saying his return be next month is fishy. It's not. I think it's the same eye injury that Pac had after the Broner fight. Okay, but not before the Broner fight, right? Hey, ShowBizz, good morning. Just here to support. Thank you so much. So listen to this. Listen to this guy. I think it's the same injury Pac had after the Broner fight. If so, he had 2 to 4 weeks to recover, and then he was okay, right? But here's the thing. But he also passed the pre-fight eye exam. So let me help you out. You said I question the severity of the injury. It's not that severe. It's a precautionary thing. So let me help you. The Nevada Athletic State Commission, if you truly want to question it, I'm going to explain it to you. If you don't care, I'm wasting my breath. But for those who want to know, the Nevada Athletic State Commission they give an exam 2 weeks before the fight. After the examination, they don't really spar or anything anymore. A lot of times when someone hurts their shoulder from hitting the bag or doing something, that happens after the pre-fight examination. And then they want the fight to happen so bad that they don't even put it on their medical record, on their, when you have to let the Nevada Athletic State Commission know if any injuries, they don't add it. That's why when I spoke with Steve Willis, he said a lot of referees don't know what injuries they have going into the fight. They don't say anything. But the pre-fight exam held by the Nevada Athletic State Commission, they saw the tear in the eye. And they made a decision to say, you can't fight. You need to surgically repair that eye. Because if we see that tear, note that we saw the tear, let you fight, and that tear turns into a detached retina because Manny Pacquiao hit you with those fast hands and do to you what he did to Antonio Margarito, then not only your career in jeopardy, but your sight is permanently in jeopardy, okay? You can go blind in that eye like Layman Brewster, and we care about your health. And we will be held accountable. So no, that's what happens. Now, that is common sense, but I don't think common sense matters. Right now, it's perception. Perception trumps reality, okay? Common sense, showing cuts, right? I showed Madonna's eye. Somebody said, no, that's just makeup. We saw Errol the True Spence photo. Hold on real quick. Let me show the photo. We show Errol the True Spence photo, and people say, no, that's not his left eye. It's his right eye. But then when you see the Adidas and it's backwards, you see that the photo is inverted and it actually is his left eye. People didn't say, my bad. He still ducked. It's not about the reality. It's about your perception. And that's what we're going to do in the war room. Whatever makes you feel good and you're trolling or whatever you do to help you, your mental health throughout the day, to make you feel better. I'm going to be shit in the war room, be shit towards other people, be shit towards those who are injured or whoever, to make me, that makes me feel better. Or no matter how much facts comes out, as long as Manny Pacquiao is seen as the Terminator, the Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees that everyone's afraid of, that makes me feel better. That's going to be my perception. That's going to be the reality. But my argument is this. My only argument is this. If, when we talk about Bernard Hopkins, when you analyze what he's actually saying, he's not saying Errol Spence ducked Manny Pacquiao. He's saying, I question this whole thing. I need to see some x-rays, because it's so convenient that Manny Pacquiao will be taking on Yordenis Ugas to regain the title that they wanted him to be reinstated with. And it happens 2 weeks before the fight, and Errol the True Spence and Maidana pulls out. So what Bernard Hopkins is saying is the conveniency. This could be a coincidence, which I think is a coincidence, but let's talk about Bernard Hopkins. Nah, I've been in boxing a long time. This is so convenient for the future Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao fight. Now it's for 3 belts. Now Errol Spence or Manny, now Errol Spence, if he beats Manny Pacquiao, taking on Manny Pacquiao, he only has 2 fights now to become undisputed. Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Bud Crawford. I mean, him versus Manny Pacquiao, him versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is taking on Showtime Sean Porter. The timing is going to be perfect. Right? Terrence Crawford is taking on Showtime Sean Porter in November. If Manny Pacquiao gets past Yordenis Ugas, Errol the True Spence will be taking on Manny Pacquiao come December, January. So if Errol Spence win, if Terrence Bud Crawford wins, them two can fight sometime in April. They both going to be available at the same time. That's what Bernard Hopkins is talking about. So it's easy to poke holes through your conspiracy. The reason for the conspiracy is Errol the True Spence is ducking Manny Pacquiao. That lets me know, okay, you're just fanboying for Manny Pacquiao or you're hating Errol Spence. But if you want to look deep into the conspiracy, you have to think past just your personal love for Manny Pacquiao or your personal hatred towards Errol the True Spence or your personal hatred towards fans of Errol the True Spence or your personal hatred towards the PBC. Mostly, just think further. If you're going to think conspiracy, think of everything. Be a complete thinker. And if you do, you'll be thinking like Bernard Hopkins, thinking a little bit further than Errol the True Spence was terrified of Manny Pacquiao. No. That sounds better for y'all? How that sound? My man, they're all in on it, in my opinion. That's how he feels. No way. This should be Manny's last fight. He is not getting any younger. We also care for his health, the same as Spence. But if Manny Pacquiao beats the hell out of Yordenis Ugas, he can fight again. He's fine. Right? If he beats the hell out of him, he's fine. If he struggles and looking bad, that should be it. But if he shows that he can still do it, he actually fine. I believe Errol's injury, but I find the Duck Gang funny. Yeah, you're having fun. And that I can understand. If you're having fun and you're just trolling other fans in the war room, that's what the war room is about. That dude said duct tape on the eye. See who's this page me and wall. This my pop from the barbershop told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. Like Rigo Dial versus Casemiro. Who do you guys think gonna win? Place a bet on that fight. I will be calling that fight tomorrow. Live stream commentary. Manny has the hardest route to unifying the titles. That's the Black Two Sugars. Ugas, then Spence, and Terrence Crawford. Yeah. If he wins both, then the winner of the Crawford Porter milking the cash cow. Or you can look at it that way. Or you can look at it as Manny Pacquiao is showing that he may be the greatest fighter of all time. You can look at it as, oh my God, they're just torturing my baby. Or you can look at it as Manny Pacquiao is flexing on him, and he about to show why he's the greatest fighter of all time, and that's what he wants to do in his heart and his soul. Demonstrate before he leaves. He's going for something extremely special, and I'm rooting for it. Or you can say, oh, he has the longest, and he. But I have a warrior thought, though. I have a warrior's train of thought. I don't know. Manny put everything in his camp A+ shape. Yeah, it looking good to me. He looks good. Look at Biz, emotional. I don't know what he's talking about. Ugas got skills. Yeah, he does. He does. Lame. WBA should have gave man. But so the question is this. If you want to talk about conspiracies, let me ask you this. If the WBA voted to have Manny Pacquiao reinstated, I just want to see your train of thought. If they voted to have Manny Pacquiao reinstated as the Super WBA champion, would Errol the True Spence have an eye injury right now? I just want to hear your train of thought. I just want to put my finger on the pulse of our community. What is the war room saying? If they reinstated Manny Pacquiao as a Super WBA champion, would Errol the True Spence have an eye injury right now? Nope. Yes. Yes. Still. The WBA is pulling all the strings to save face. Yes. Yeah, he would. Nope. It's feeling kind of 50-50. Yeah, he would. Nah. Hashtag duck season. Hashtag man duck. Most definitely. Pacquiao duck Mayweather. Funny. War Room says wham bam Pax the man. LOL Broner beat Pac. Funny. Still nope. Yes. So it's kind of even. So right now, half of you believe that Errol the True Spence isn't faking this eye injury, and half of you believe that he is. Okay. And those who believe that he is now, after hearing what Bernard Hopkins has to say, think it's a all-inclusive thing, and not Errol Spence just ducking Manny Pacquiao. Right? It's a Tyson Bear. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. All right, and if you just want to troll, let me know you're trolling and accept it. If you just putting a block in there and say, look, forget the truth, I want my truth. All right. Let me know that too. Just say my truth or say I'm just trolling. All right. I just want to put my finger on the pulse of the war room again. Here's the truth. The truth is Errol the True Spence suffered a slight retinal tear in the back of the eye. Right. That's where the retinal tear is. And he suffered that. The NASC found it in a pre-fight examination. And they did not allow him to fight. Errol the True Spence didn't like that. So he went to 3 different doctors. They all saw it and say, you need surgery. That surgery, if you Google it, that surgery recovery is 2 to 4 weeks. This is the truth. So when people say, why so fast? Just look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look up. Hold up. I just saw something. Let's look up retinal tear surgery recovery. Okay. And let's go right here. All you need to do is Google that. Recovery. It generally takes about 2 weeks to heal after retinal tear surgery, but you can usually resume normal activities within a few days. Heavy lifting and other strenuous activities should be avoided while your eye heals. Overall, recovery times may vary slightly from person to person. It only take about 2 weeks to heal. His patch will be off in 3 days. That's the medical, that's just the recovery. If you don't want to believe that, then just say your truth. But those are the facts. That's why he'll be back so soon. All you need to do is just look it up, ask a doctor, give it a go. All right. They're saying 4 weeks, he'll be back exercising. By October, he'll be back training, like training. So they're going to take extra caution. Instead of 2 weeks and being back, 4 weeks, he'll come back and do some lifting. All right. Instead of 4 weeks or 2 weeks to get right back into normal, they're going to wait until October, 8 weeks before he start doing his normal exercises. Now, you can just sit in your truth or just know the medical facts. It's up to you. It's really up to you. If Manny wants undisputed, he can go easily to lightweight or super lightweight, but he wants the best of the best, elite of the elites. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does. Pacquiao don't go back down. He doesn't look down. That dude would go up. That dude is something else. So let me ask you guys, are you say my truth or the truth? What do you guys are leaning towards? The truth is Spence was getting dog walked in sparring. Look it up, Biz. The F. Wrong. He wasn't getting dog walked. If you want to look it up where? There's nowhere to look it up. If you want to look at other YouTubers, that's what we do. We just talk shit. But if you want to look it up, who do you look up? If you want to talk about that one video, right? He had back-to-back sparring or whatever. That looked like good work. But where are you hearing that he's being dog walked? You didn't hear anything from that camp. They were very secretive, period. There's nothing to look up. There's nobody that's going to be revealing that information at all. Derrick James not saying it. No one in the camp saying it. Errol the True Spence isn't saying it. Or you just want to look at YouTubers. There's no looking it up, Johnny Blaze. I know you're smarter than that. It's all hearsay and speculation. All right. Why not postpone the fight? It's only a few weeks to heal. Now, you can't just postpone the fight. Let me help you understand the business of boxing, Superman. You can't just, the venue will be available. It doesn't work that way. The venue won't be available for the next couple months anyway. It won't be available until maybe December, January, the next open slot for the fight. So you can't just postpone it to when you feel like it. There's months ahead. They got concerts there, other fights there in Nevada. The fights like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. They got other fights. They got concerts. They got things. So a lot of those, that time is booked. The next available time could be December, January anyway. So you might as well, the convenience of Yordenis Ugas being available, Manny Pacquiao now being available, a lot of people buying the tickets. You've already promoted. You spent a lot of money. So instead of just throwing all the money away, you might as well have Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas for the Super WBA title. The winner can take on Errol the True Spence for 3 titles for another big pay-per-view. You just ate twice. Business. Why postpone it? Why waste it? Why waste it? Right? Why waste it? Let's say you're going to meet a girl you just met on the internet. You show up at the party. She hits you up last minute and say, I can't make it. But then you see a girl giving you the eye who is fine right across the bar. Do you just leave? Oh, well, I'll just postpone it, wait for another date. Or do you holler at that girl? You not with her anyway. You spoke to her online. Do you talk to that girl at the bar that's sitting right there? Bad. A 10 sitting right there. Now, you, Superman, may leave. Many of us players, many of us businessmen, We're going to say what's up. Get that number 2. And then later, go on the date with the other one. And now I got both of them and see which one I like the most. You put all your eggs in one basket, not the kid. Let's see what else you got. What else you got? Pacquiao still in your top 10 since yeah. I mean, they're still going to fight though. But yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. When he signed for Terrence Bud Crawford, he was in my top 10. Period. Now he's fighting Yordanis Ugas. He's the way I look at it, look at is Pac being the true WBA champ, just fighting Ugas as his mandatory. Okay, you can look at it like that. I look at it as Manny Pacquiao was stripped of this WBA title and he's going to get it back. That's how I look at it. I think I look at things how they are. That's the kid. Let me see. ShowBizz the player, a big fan of the show. Thank you, brother. I mean, not a lot of people think like me though. Superman don't think like me. You know what I mean? I must be kryptonite. Superman don't think like me. You know what I mean? That's how I raised my son. Hold on, son. She's sitting right there. You putting all your eggs in there. You don't even know her. You haven't even spoke to her yet. Not face to face. Her breath can be funky. And you gonna pass that up to go see that's Superman. I'll pass that up. No, I'm getting to the bread twice. I'm getting to the bag twice. So let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. So look, I heard something from Manny Pacquiao that I think we should talk about. Just one fight now, then Crawford, better for the fans. I think so too, Eric. Here's my thing. Let's talk about this. Manny Pacquiao said, hold on. I'm late. Did you bet on Rigondeaux versus Casimero? No, Danny. I didn't bet on it. I have no idea who wins that fight. I didn't bet on it. I'm leaning towards Casimero, but Rigondeaux's the better boxer. He's just better. So it's just tough on me. But Rigondeaux is long in the tooth, but he's been knocking people out. Like he's been aggressive lately. I don't know. Huge Pac fan. My feelings hurt because fight ain't happening now. Win or lose, Spence the right guy to receive the torch. I think so too. But here's my thing. Manny Pacquiao, I'm not hurt. I'm a huge Manny Pacquiao fan, and I like him against Yordanis Ugas to regain the title, to beat his own record as the oldest welterweight to win that title. That record is going to be hard to beat. 42 years old, regaining the title. That's going to be hard to beat. I like that. I'm sorry. Anytime you put extra feather in that iconic legendary fighter's hat, I'm for it. That's the kind of fan I am. Slide Porter to the side. Make the Spence Crawford fight happen. Winner takes winner of Ugas Pacquiao titles unified in 3 fights. I wish we could snap our fingers or wave a wand and make that happen, but that is not realistic. Hit to Tyson Bale. They can't make that fight. They won't make that fight. All right. Let's see what else we got. Player. Fake fan. Spence should wear a skirt. So look. Everybody hit the like button. We could get 1,000 people in here. Let me tell you something that Manny Pacquiao said. Everybody hit the like button right now. Do we have 800 likes? Why the hell not? Wait a minute. On Facts Friday, you don't love the biz? Hold on. You don't love ShowBizz? Well, let it be known then. Hit the like button if you love ShowBizz in this community in the war room. We're going to let the light in. Everybody, let's let the light in. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your girlfriend, tell your best friend, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your grandmother, tell your grandfather, tell your niece, tell your nephew, tell your cousin, tell your side piece. If they're right next to you, tell them. If they're away from you, text them. They're no longer here anymore. Look at this guy and say, I love you. Hit the Tyson Bale. People logic, I wait for. Go to busr.com/ShowBizz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. Biz 100. My mom's dead. That's why I said if they're no longer here anymore, you look up in the sky and say, I love you. All right. So look up in the sky, tell your mama you love her. Let's see the light in this situation. We get to see more Pacquiao fighting. That's how I feel. Just enjoy the show. That's how I feel. And wait for Spence fight to happen earlier next year. That's how I feel. Now, I want to say this real quick. Right. Still tell her. I want to say this real quick. Actually, I want to keep this up. That's heartwarming. That's exactly what I mean. They asked Manny Pacquiao, is there any bump in the road, any hurdle when taking on Yordenis Ugas? He said, man, I turned back you hear Manny Pacquiao say, I turned back years, man. He said, I was training like when I was young. Maybe that 2-year layoff really helped him. He said he feels great. And he said that the only heel that he has is that he was preparing for a southpaw. And now Yordenis Ugas is orthodox. But he said that's not even that big of a deal because he's been only fighting orthodox fighters. So he's fine. Freddie Roach said the same thing. Oh, I'm fine. Manny Pacquiao's good. Team Pacquiao's all good. So Team Pacquiao, like, I don't even see an issue fighting him. Team Pacquiao is such a warrior. Like I said, the Warriors are better than the fans. The fans feel more sorry for the Warriors. The Warriors are like, this is a layup. This is amazing. I think we need a more warrior state of mind. I want to say this too. Biz biased. I'm not sure which one I'm biased for. I know I'm a bigger fan of Manny Pacquiao than Errol Spence. I'm biased towards the truth. Yeah, I am biased. I'm biased towards the truth. I'm not sure who I'm biased for. I'm not sure what I've said to make me, or maybe you just don't know what to type. So you don't know what to do with your hands. So you just ShowBizz bias. I think you don't know what to do with your hands. I feel the love and the light. I love watching Manny fight. 2 fights are better than 1, 100%. And you flexed on them. Flex on them. Huh? Stop. Say. Yeah. Bias towards boxing, 100%. I hear you, Biz. Pac versus Ugas, a good fight. To be honest, it's a blessing in disguise for a tune-up fight. It is. And we get to see Pac fight more possible twice this year. And I said this. Like and subscribe, please, the subscribe button. And I said this. Manny Pacquiao is more dangerous for Errol the True Spence now. He takes on Yordenis Ugas and he wins. He's more dangerous for Errol the True Spence. You see how Manny Pacquiao looked against Keith one time, Thurman, after taking on Adrian Broner, when he got in his bag, shook the rust off against Adrian Broner, and then he just dropped Keith Thurman. If you want the best Manny Pacquiao, if you guys are so-called Manny Pacquiao fans, there's no way you hate this. Manny Pacquiao was gone for 2 years, and you want him to jump right into Errol the True Spence. I had Errol the True Spence beating the hell out of him. But now that we're going to see him shake the rust off and see how he looks against Yordenis Ugas and get back in his bag, maybe pull out a victory, be Super WBA champion again. That's a different Manny Pacquiao. That's a better Manny Pacquiao, more prepared for Errol the True Spence, bro. Now you're talking about something. 2 years off, and then Errol the True Spence fight Manny Pacquiao. That was more of a cherry pick then. If you want to talk about heart, if Errol the True Spence take on Manny Pacquiao, they fight each other after Yordenis Ugas. That's more integrity now than even fighting him 2 years laid off. If you're not thinking like that, then I'm not sure what type of Manny Pacquiao fan you really are. Hit the Tyson bell. ShowBizz the best. Thank you so much. Now I want to make this point too. I see that this channel been getting a lot of traction lately, that I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao and Errol the True Spence, and a lot of traction from Manny Pacquiao fans. I'm going to challenge you Manny Pacquiao fans on this. Show up even when we're not talking about Manny Pacquiao. Now you see how the war room is. Hit the Tyson bell. Now that you see how the war room is, I challenge all of you, even you Errol the True Spence fans, to be better boxing fans. Even when we're not talking about Manny Pacquiao, Errol the True Spence, even when we're not talking about dirt and cherry picking and all of the soap opera stuff, even when we're not talking about people being fakes and phonies and this is a conspiracy, when we're talking about the art of the sport, the real sport, I wonder, are you guys going to show up? That's what I want to know. I'm going to challenge you guys on that. Thanks for the super sticker, because here's the thing. The fight itself, boxing is better than the conspiracy. Oh, yes. The conspiracies and the politics isn't more entertaining than the sport. Will you be here for the sport? You don't need the conspiracy to make the sport entertaining. The sport is exciting right now. The facts are exciting. Manny Pacquiao taking on Yordanis Ugas instead of Errol Spence due to an eye injury to regain the Super WBA championship to beat his own record as the oldest welterweight champion ever is exciting within itself. You don't have to dive into the soap operas, to the wolf tickets, the keyboard warrior, the criticizing and trolling. That it doesn't. You don't have to jump into that to make this entertaining. It's already entertaining. The sport itself is good. We need to be fans of the sport and not just be fans of talking shit. This community here is what it is made, is put together. The mission statement of this community is to make boxing the #1 sport in the world. Boxing, not spamming, not clickbaiting, not trolling, not fragile junk talking, not being a softie, not fanboying, but the sport of boxing, making that the #1 sport in the world. Understanding the sport, understanding the history of the sport, knowing the difference between a left hook and a fish hook, knowing the difference between a jab and overhand right, knowing orthodox and southpaw, knowing how to break down matchups, knowing what it takes to be pound for pound, knowing what the hell you're talking about. That's what this channel is about. Look at the views. It just went down. It went down after the challenge. Will you be here if it's for the sport of boxing? Everybody hit the like button. Oh, yes. I challenge you. Everybody hit the like button. Will you be here if we're talking about the sport of boxing? The sport. Now, let's see the characters in the war room. Let's see if they have character, what they're made of. Biz only speak facts. Still buying the pay-per-view. Me too. Pacquiao is a once-in-a-lifetime warrior. Yeah, and Spence will have problems come December, January, 100%. Yes, you still here? 100% facts. Will you still be here? Will you still be here? I want BS subs surpass box. Oh shit. I'm not going against nobody. Damn, I'm late. I'm here. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. This guy. Who is this guy? What is he made of? Biz, you always keep it the realest. Thank you. These clowns are detrimental. I don't like doing that. I don't like going up against. Listen, I want to say this too. I understand, and you have every right to say whatever you feel in the war room. This is your room, all right? It's not my voice, it's our voice. But understand that this brand isn't to go up against any other brands. Because if you're talking the sport of boxing, I'm on your side. Even if you hate me, even if you talk negatively about me, I don't care, because my mission statement is not to make ShowBizz the greatest boxing platform in the world. It's to make boxing the greatest sport in the world. Hit the Tyson bell. So if you have other platforms talking about boxing, as long as they're bringing, well, sometimes they bring dark, but as long as they're bringing attention to the sport of boxing, it's good. We can start shaping and molding as long as there's more attention being brought. Some people may come here because we're in the suggested, right? And then we can help shape and mold people into being great fans of the sport of boxing, uplift the sport. The truth is, we as boxing fans can't trust the boxing entertainment industry. It's unfair to us the way they lie and make rumors nonstop. Well, here's the thing. People don't trust anything, right? The government, pandemics, music. Drake isn't really rapping. He doesn't write his own stuff. Everybody's lying. I remember hearing that Beyonce wasn't even pregnant. She had a baby. Well, that's not real. It's not just a boxing thing. Now that everyone has a voice on social media, no one believes anything. Anything. Everybody's lying. And there's always a conspiracy. There's clones. Kanye West been cloned. Right? It's not just boxing. It's the way of thinking. Nothing is trusted. Look, for me personally, one of the more fair things I've seen, honestly, was Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. Not that one card, but the fact that it was called a draw. I saw an even fight. But no one can even accept that it was a draw. I can't even accept it. He was in Texas That one judge, forget that. Now the Fox thing, that doesn't help the sport. Hold on. Victor has defeated you. Oh yes. I wonder. Why would you shoot him on before throwing him from the a war room is not the time for fear. That comes later. My man Victory has defeated you. Let me see. No problem with the draw for that fight. Oh, okay. Well, I lied. Everybody got a problem with the draw. I have no problem with the draw on that fight. Oh my God. We only got 10 minutes left. For the sake of Friday the 13th, I want to say this. What are you guys most afraid of? Let's just have a little fun. Let's have a little fun on Facts Friday. Fun Friday on Friday the 13th. What are you most afraid of? Do you guys have like phobias or any fears? Because I have a phobia. Yeah, what's up, Biz? What's going on? Rats. That's a good one. I don't know. You shouldn't like rats. Dying and not going to heaven. Cheat. How about nothing? No heaven, no nothing. You just die. We're just organic beings, and just that nothingness. There's nothing more terrifying than that. Like whatever you were before you were born, you can't remember that. So after you die, it's like that is that nothingness. That is horrific. My wife. A tarantula. Oh my. School them, Biz. Tell them about sidestep, foot placement, punching off the back or front foot, etc., etc. That's the black two sugars. No, you wouldn't feel nothingness. That's the thing. No feel, no. What is nothing? Nothing. As soon as you name it as nothing, it's something. What is it? It is something. It's nothing. I hate that. Trapped and can't save a loved one. Seeing a loved one in despair and in danger, and you're trapped. That's a pretty good one. I'm here every day, Biz. Much love to you. Absence of something. Leave it like that, because you can't say nothing, because nothing is something. Absence. You can't even I want to start. Broke, cancer. Oh, you guys are really. I'm gonna tell you what I'm fear of sparring Biz. You got that damn right. Without proper headgear. Funny. Your brother, you are funny. I love this, what you do. I boxed ShowBizz once and I swallowed my eyeball. Like stuff like that is hilarious. I'm gonna tell you what you're claustrophobic. I'm gonna tell you what I am. I have megalophobia. Megalophobia. So I think that's what it's called. So I'm afraid losing my hair. You got that right. I'm afraid of huge, gigantic things. Megalophobia. I'm afraid of huge, gigantic things. And it doesn't even have to be a living thing. I mean, whales and stuff, yes, I'm terrified. But I'm fear of Godzilla. Right. I'm afraid, losing to Biz on ESBC. Yeah, because I'm going to be talking junk the whole time. I'm a skyscrapers, yeah, of large structures too. Imagine living in a world where a boxing game never launches ever again. We were stuck with Fight Night Champion forever. Now that's terrible. That's the worst fear. Yeah, that's horrific. I'm afraid that I didn't do enough to be good in God's eye. Well, wow. That, yeah, what you believe in a judgmental God. Yeah. That's what he said. Let me tell you. Do you guys know Crown? Is it Crown Fountain? Crown Fountain in Chicago, in Millennium Park. Do you guys remember Crown Fountain? I didn't know what Crown Fountain was. I knew they were building something, and I visited Chicago, and it was the most terrifying thing, one of the more terrifying experiences I've ever had. I'm afraid of Pac-Man or Ugas catching COVID before the fight. They are both around too many people in their videos without a mask on. Yeah. Crown Fountain is this big ass screen, and on that screen is images of faces, and the faces smile, and it's huge, and then it goes, and water comes out of the screen, and kids are playing in the water. Let me show you. That terrifying. I mean, I'm terrified looking at that. That is terrifying. That scared the hell out of me. That scared the hell out of me. The face, this here scared the hell out. I could not get close to it. I was walking and the faces were making expressions and doing shit. And then, I couldn't believe the kids playing around it. I was terrified. Let me show you. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like this right here. Since it's Friday 13th, just talking about my fears. Hold on. There's a sculpture that just does it. Like, so look at this thing. I don't even know where this is. But if I'm living in a city, a housing, and that is in the distance, foggy in the distance, I cannot mess with that. That is terrifying. I cannot be anywhere where there's some structure like that overlooking the city. I'm terrified of that. Like, I mean, I got the shakes right now. No, seriously though, I'm afraid of our future though, with all this COVID, and new laws being passed. I get it. Put in place also the emasculation of our gender, real talk. Okay. Yeah, that is terrifying. So, and I'm gonna tell you how I got this fear. I was 4 years old. Okay, and it all happened in one visit. I went to a zoo. And there used to be zoos that didn't have real animals. There were weird zoos, okay? I don't know what place I was, but there were some, I think it was like a circus. Maybe it wasn't a zoo. I can't remember. I was 4 years old. Maybe it was a circus or something. Anyway, I was 4. I didn't know what was going on. You standing too close to the elephant. So when you're small, you're just being held. Your hands being held, and I was on like a field trip or something with my kindergarten class, and they give me a carrot. They gave me a carrot, and I'm looking at the carrot, and they say, stick your hand out. And I stick my hand out. I don't know what's going on. And I'm looking at the teacher, and they say, look. And I look, and bro, the biggest head. I know there's a few of you guys who heard this story. The biggest head ever grabbed the carrot, and it had big eyelashes, it had horns, it was orange and black. You already know what I'm describing. And it just blinked and bit the carrot. I was like, and it lifted its head up. I look all the way up, and it's this huge giraffe, and the head goes up, and I see the sun behind it, so it blots off the sun, and I'm like, what? Ah! Yo, I lose my mind. I am terrified. Teachers are laughing. They think it's funny. I am struck with paralyzed in fear. I am done. And they take me further. It's already a wrap. That destroys me. I've never seen that thing before. Okay, I'm from the hood. We don't have giraffes. I've never seen that before. They take me down a little bit further. And there's another thing. They say, oh, look. So there's big rocks and there's a rail and you can look down and there's a body of water. They say, oh, look at the gorillas. You see the gorillas? And I'm like, and there are big giant shadows of 2 gorillas in the water. I'm looking like, what is that? There are huge, big, I'm like, get me out of it. I was like, get me out of here. I was a crying mess. And from then on, that's the black 2 sugars. From there on, Biz, are you afraid of, man, I don't know. You being nasty. You something wrong with you. You need to go get checked. I was terrified. From then on, I've been terrified of large structures and large things. ShowBizz, uppercut one time for facing your fears. Yeah. I face my fears a lot. I would go up to something and be like, yo, I got to face this. But it's terrible. Attack on Titan, Biz. Real talk. So that's my biggest fear. Let me ask you guys this. Just for the celebration of Friday the 13th. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? Let's get some in the war room. What's the scariest movie you ever seen? Facts. That's what you got to do. Oh yeah, I go up to big giant structures and just stare at it, bro. Like, hey, look, I got to man up on that. How come you friends with Black Sun? That's my guy, man. I've known him since 6 years old. I'm mostly friends with him because he was one of the more violent looking kids I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, yo, I want to be his friend. Because I wanted to fight. I don't know what I was trying to do. Poltergeist, Exorcist, Borat, The Last House on the Left, Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw that at 6 years old. Now it's funny, but when you were a kid, Nightmare on Elm Street, that takes the cake. Exorcist, yeah, it's number 1. Biz, come to New York. I'm gonna take you to Tower. I've been there. Victory has defeated you. I swear. The Fifth Kind and or Exorcist. Blair Witch got you. There was only one thing that the ending of Blair Witch got me when the kid was in the corner. That got me. Hellraiser. He's probably the worst. Let me see. Clowns. Yeah, clowns get me too. Clowns. You know what gets me more than clowns? Mimes. When I was a kid and they were just like, I'm like, yo, talk. You got expressions out the ass. That used to kill me. Okay, if you say, I'm a clown, that messes with me too because you're grown. That messes with me now. If I see a grown man with a 5 o'clock shadow and a clown makeup talking about kids, I'm like, get away from him. Because The Conjuring 1. Yes, Lord. No, I guess nobody's seen Insidious, huh? Jeepers Creepers. How do you get those peepers? Huh? I'm Jeepers Creepers. The Ring and Chucky. Chucky gets you, huh? Never got me. The Ring, hell yeah. Hell to hell yeah. The Grudge got me too when I first saw it. The Birds, wow, you went back. Yeah. When I was a kid, Birds was scared. That was one of the scariest movies ever. That's ranked very high. The Strangers, you ain't lying. My daughter, my wifey, Ms. Biz, Strangers had her in a movie. Every time they beat on the door, boom, boom, boom. And she was like, yo, she hate loud things. If I can be next, I can look at her dead in her face and just scream. She'll slap me in the face. She cannot take when people get loud. So yeah, that Candyman, the music by itself was scary. Wrong Turn, yes, Lord. Psycho, yes, Lord. Norman. When I found out as a kid that she was dead and it was Norman the whole time playing both. Norman. Yes, mother. Dog, that is Norman. That is Fire in the Sky. Yeah. When he was dragging the dude, let me tell you something about Fire in the Sky real quick. I'm sorry, but that just sent me on a tangent. Did you guys see when Travis Walton, the guy that Fire in the Sky was based on, did you guys see when he was on Joe Rogan? Let me hit you with this story and then I'll leave. Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, that's especially woo-hoo. He put his thing between his legs. Woo-hoo. I'm like, what is wrong? Put some clothes on, you crazy maniac. Travis Walton. The movie was based on him being abducted, one of the more famous abductions. Did you guys see it? You saw it, BK? Let me tell you something, dude. That story he told was complete bullshit. The music from Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, yes, Lord. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that was crazy. Human Centipede. Oh, that got you? Didn't get me. It didn't get me. That was that. This guy's number one, he could not describe in detail enough anything about the ship or anything. But the most ridiculous thing was when this guy said after he was abducted, when he was in the spaceship. Let me tell you what this guy says. This guy says that it takes him a long time to gain consciousness because he was knocked out. And he says he was in so much pain, he felt like he was dying. Think about what he's saying. And he's waking up, and it's taking him a long time to gain consciousness. And when he does, he sees 3 aliens surrounding him. Joe Rogan said, "Where were you?" He said, "I was laying on the table, an elevated table." He said, "Okay." He said, "Above me was a light fixture." Joe Rogan said, "Well, what did the light fixture look like?" He said, "It looked like that." He pointed at the light fixture in Joe Rogan's podcast. Joe Rogan's like, "You're talking about an alien species who can travel light years, right?" Hold on. World War Z, not scary, but had me on the edge. Yeah, you ain't lying. Has traveled light years, way advanced than us, but uses a light fixture. I understand light fixtures. I know why a light fixture looks the way it does, right? It holds bulbs, sometimes mini bulbs, sometimes one large bulb. It's attached to walls because of cords. So these things, and there's shades or whatever to shape the light, right? These things use something so barbaric to be something so advanced. But that's neither here nor there. He says he sees these 3 aliens. He barely touches one of them to get him away from him. You mean to tell me you wake up, you feel like you're dying, you're lethargic, you see 3 aliens, and you're not struck, paralyzed in fear. You're actually a gladiator. You push one. And it flies back because it's so weak into all of them like bowling pins. When Joe Rogan said, "What did they look like?" He said they were hairless with big eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Well, how big were the noses? Did they have nostrils? Did their eyes have eyelashes? Did the mouth, did it have lips? The skin, what kind of skin was it? Was it reptilian-like? What color was it? He had no description. ShowBizz, have you ever played scary games like from Darkness Live one? Yeah, oh yeah. Bro, that would be lit. Yeah, I do the virtual reality stuff too. Bro, Biz, I ain't know you were such a horror movie buff. Man, I'm actually how detailed and deep I think about boxing. I'm just a deep thinker, period. I read crazy books and I kind of expand out. So he didn't talk the description of the thing. He gets up, he jumps up off the table. He grabs a glass beaker. He reaches and grabs a glass beaker and uses it as a weapon, and he swings it at them. Wait a second. Joe Rogan said, "How big was the beaker? What did it look like?" He said, "Well, I was too focused on the aliens to examine the beaker." Okay, but you blindly reached back for the beaker. Was it attached to something? Was it rolling around the table? Why was it free? Why was it empty? It's glass. Fine. So he swings it at them. He's insane right now. So they go and get a humanoid alien to calm him down. That worked. And they went and got a human. Was it human? Humanoid? How human did it look? You mean to tell me that makes no sense? Did they deal with humans before? They don't. Do they not know how humans operate? Do they not know how strong humans are? If so, why wasn't he strapped down to the table? Why did he was just free on the table? That's like me getting a grizzly bear, knocking out a grizzly bear, bringing it to my living room, having my kids and everybody look at this grizzly bear, watch it wake up, and then be like, ah! And then go get another pet grizzly bear to calm it down. Makes zero sense. I've never been more disappointed in my life. And this is a guy who passed the lie detector test. Anyway, I just didn't believe it. Cannonball Holocaust. Oh my God. Killing the Room, Nick Cannon. Anywho, he's a great psychologist. I'm just saying. Children of the Corn. I grew up. Yeah, Children of the Corn. That was big. That was big. Paranormal Activity 1. I slept with the light on. Let me tell you something. Paranormal Activity 1 didn't get me at the movies. I'm going to tell you why it didn't get me at the movies. I knew quickly that they didn't have the budget to scare me. I knew quickly that they couldn't even build the monster. I knew that they were just setting up an eerie situation and then the camera goes off. I knew that. But here's the thing. It got me when I went home. When I was watching the movie, I'm like, nothing's going to happen, dog. They don't have the budget. Not for the first one. Right? So I'm like, oh, they're going to show a corner and then the room going to rattle and then nothing. The suspense. Oh, it's all suspense. When I talked myself out of it, I didn't even have suspense anymore. But when I went home, I was terrified. I was at home like, you know, when, you turn in corners and you look behind you. I was on that at the crib. What is the scariest bet you have ever placed, Biz? The scariest bet was probably $5,000 on Conor McGregor to beat Dustin Poirier because I knew Dustin Poirier was going to win. I was like, I'm betting with my heart. I shouldn't do that. Though I bet more money on Lomachenko to beat Teofimo Lopez, I wasn't scared. I just knew Lomachenko was the better fighter. And then when I lost, I was like, when I was losing, like the first couple rounds, you guys saw the live stream. I'm like, I lost my money, bro. But the scariest bet was the $5,000 actually, when I knew I was going to lose that. For the community, hit the Tyson bell. You want to talk about scary? We can end it like this. Pet Cemetery. Oh my goodness, the guy on the bike. That was a beast move right there. But I'm gonna tell you who's worse than him. What's her name? Zale or Zella? What's her name? Rachel. I'ma twist your spine like mine. That chick. Rachel. Where are you, Rachel? Oh my God. Rachel. Brother. And she was on the bed and she woke up like when she went in that room and saw her sister on the bed. Oh my damn. And it was funny because I watched it with my brother. ShowBizz a brother. If you're watching, I love you, boy. I'll never forget this. Spence and Bud, the next Sugar Ray, and Hagler. Not bad. I watched it with my brother, my middle brother, and he's such a guy that he can't show how scared he is. So we're watching that part, and she like, Rachel. And she gets up, and my brother, I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I'm terrified. My brother's response is, then let's go then. Let's go then. I would have Hey, she stepped into that room. Is that Rachel? Is that you? Steps into the room. She's laying on the bed. I'm like this, like, oh my goodness. My brother go, then again, come on in. He's my time. Come on in. Why you snap? Why you snap, dog? She's on the TV. She's not here, dog. Well, bring your ass. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Texas Chainsaw, the original. Bro. What always got me about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now we're going down a rabbit hole, but forget it. I mean, there's 600 people here. Y'all who's still here must want to hear it. What get me about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, or period, they always take out the strongest one. They always take out the alpha. Hereditary. Boy, that got me. Boy, I hate y'all for that one. When y'all told me to watch that, y'all said, yo, you gotta watch a show. I watched that thing at the beginning with the mom. I'm not gonna break it down. I'm not going to, for people, but with the mom, man, I never, when they showed it and then the music went boom, I was like, boom, like, bro, that full heart attack. But anywho, Leatherface always takes out the alpha. That's what scares me, because not to be, being cocky, but usually whoever I'm with, I'm the alpha. And most of the time I'm with my family, my little family, right? Not like me and my brothers and my mom and stuff, but I'm talking about me, the wifey, my kids. I'm always like the strong one, right? They ask me what I think, and I'm dad. Okay. So that always gets me, because they always take him out first. He'll be the most athletic. He can fight. He's the leader of the crew. And then all of a sudden he hears something in the room and it's like, hit, boom, he get hit in the head, his feet. They drag him in the back. And all of a sudden, next time you see him, he's the face on Leatherface. Think about it. Leatherface always takes out the alpha, bro. He takes out the strongest one. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've had experience with ghosts, bro. But people would think I'm crazy. Okay, all right. So I'm not on that right now. Let me see. Have you seen Us and Get Out? Uh-huh. Yep. Both. Well, Us scary. Get Out was thought-provoking, right? Because as Black culture, that's the insight on what's been going on with Black culture. If you guys don't know this, and this is how we feel when it comes to Black culture. You had blackface, right? The minstrel shows, and back in the day, right? Pretending to be Black in order to make people laugh and stuff like that. Fake lip injections and the twerking and all the stuff of our hip hop, and we feel so influential, right? And we've been copied. You see Jackie Wilson, you see Elvis Presley, right? Though Elvis Presley says himself, hey, Jackie Wilson, yes. Me and him, we worked together, and he showed me a lot of things. But we have that in our culture. So Get Out really impacted Black culture in particular. So with me, I'm looking at that like it was just very thought-provoking. And I think it opened up that conversation, which is great to have that conversation, or to have conversations, period. Is great. Not to be, I hate you and you hate me and kiss my, like that conversation sucks. But like a true conversation of, how you feel about things. It opened that. So it was more thought-provoking than anything. But it was it scary? Us was scary. Quiet Place. Yeah. If you want to have fun watching A Quiet Place, watch it with my kids. My kids talk all through that motherfucker. My kid's going to talk all through The Quiet Place, and it's going to work because you don't hear anything anyway, because it's quiet the whole time. But My kids are just like, dummy, don't go there. Stop crying about it. Shh, shut up. You know the monster. My son, dummy, that's what you get. Yep, now you chewed up. Yep. Yep. I was waiting for eat him up. My son losing his mind. Start a movie channel, probably should. All right, everybody. Look, I'm out, man. It was a great Facts Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll be doing live commentary for Virgil Ortiz. For the Virgil Ortiz fight against Me Machine. And Ring of the Owl versus Casemiro. ShowBizz the adult. Hope you guys have fun this Friday 13th, man. Hey, enjoy your night, man. Get some popcorn. Get close to your mother, your father, your brother, whatever, your girlfriend, your wifey, whatever. Get a blanket, bro, and watch some scary movies, man. Have a good time. I know I am. I'm out. Huh.